5 lights are up. And it's prime time in Spain with a good start for Mano Hermans, who pulls away nicely from Matt Guest. And Matt Guest maybe under a bit of pressure from cars behind. It's Jakob Henningsson is in 3rd position, Kevin Yerling in 4th. And Givadar trying to go around along the outside there at turns 2, but that doesn't work out, and he could be under pressure from Bonji here. Jakob Henningsson has had an absolutely electric start and got up 4 positions, challenging for the 2nd position now. So he's in 3rd. Matt Guest is in 2nd. Arno Hermans in 1st. Givadar has lost 2 positions at the start of that race there, so that's not gone great for him. Alfie White's up into 8th position, so he's done well as well. Down the order, Jonah Matter, Ludwig Matthews have also gained 4 positions, but that's good stuff and good fighting up and down the field, struggling for tyre temperature and struggling for grip, and it will be so tricky through this final sector. You see him make a little bit of a wobble. Fletcher Watson gets right up the inside. Alfie White goes around both of them and gets 2 done in 1 corner. Absolutely. Oh, a little bit of bumping from Fletcher Watson on Givadar there, and that will cost Givadar a little bit more time. But Alfie White going for an absolute storm of a move at turn 12. They are such a poor tyre to start on, and he gets out onto the outside curb of turn 8, spins back on, and he's right stricken on the racing line there, turn 9, and ghosting is saving his blushes massively here. But Jess Linear was caught out by that because he just unghosted there on the racing line, and Givadar running wide through turn 8 for Marcus at this point in time, as Alfie has another spin out of the final corner, and it's yellow flags back on track, and we also have yellow flags through the final sector, but we go green again. Adam A struggling around on those hard tyres. The good news for him is that the medium runners will all need to go on the hards if they want to stick to a one-stop strategy. So no safety cars so far, and Dennis Kay will look to have a move into turn 1 here. The gap has remained about 5 tenths at the front, and Matt Guest hasn't made any ground on that lap. But Dennis K is closing and closing and closing and using a lot of deployment. Adam A isn't using any deployment. Dennis K will look to the inside at turn 1. He'll be left room by the Scarlet Ferrari of Adam A. And Adam A thinks, I'm not going to fight that one too hard because I think he'll just get by eventually and I don't want to waste my DRS. And there's a bit of a spin, and it's Jakob Henningsson falling down from 5th position and making having a spin at moment at turns 3. So Jakob Henningsson down into 9th position. Kevin Yerling has a bit of a moment out of the final corner. Could that give Bonji the momentum to attack into turn 1? Bonji is actually running out of EOS and starting to clip at the end of the straight. Kevin Yerling will try to defend on the outside. It's too wide into turn 1, and both cars try to stay wheel to wheel through turn 2, but it's very difficult to do, and Kevin Yerling falls down to 4th position. That's 3rd for the Alpine team, but he'll try to fight back on the entry to Repsol. Of course, Lewis Hamilton and Rosberg had a massive crash here back in 2016, but the Alpine and Ferrari driver managed to avoid that one. There's actually a spun car of Ludwig Matthews. They are actually stricken on track at the moment, so this could be bringing out a safety car here if they can't recover that car. And he's desperately trying to get off of and he resets to track. So I don't know what people's opinion of reset to track are in this league, but has to settle for reset to track there. It's just so difficult to overtake at this track. He looks to the inside, and Alfie White will feel that his pace is greater at this stage of the race. Both running 9-lap-old medium tyres, which they started the race on, and throws it up to the inside of turn 5, but loses momentum on the exit. Jack Davies able to keep the McLaren behind for now, but they'll have a DRS zone that will help Alfie overtake here. So as they come through turn 9, it's very wide for Alfie, has to just back off the accelerator, and they're closing and closing and closing. Do they look for a move into turn 10? They do go up the inside, and that is job done. No, it's a spin. It's a spin from Alfie. Another moment from the McLaren driver, and things are going from bad to worse. Givadar is now only a few tenths behind, and those hard tyres will be starting to feel a lot better at this stage of the race. So about lap 10 it is, and those hard tyres will start to feel a lot better. I wonder if Alfie White, who will of course overheat his tyres with that spin, be under pressure here. Marcus Field has just got past Nick Pilley, into turn 1. So Givadar will have maybe a chance at overtaking here. Decides to use a bit of their EOS. Alfie White goes defensive up the inside and ducks back under, and that's sensible racing from Alfie there. And maybe, it has a little bit of a moment out of 2, and maybe under pressure from the AlphaTauri of Marek Babuda. And Marek Babuda looking to go up the inside of turn 4, and Alfie White just drifted into the AlphaTauri at the braking zone there. That would have been a butt-clenching moment into that corner, but all safe through reps. Oh, he goes for an absolute lunge. We saw it last time around. He went for the lunge on Jack Davies last time around, and I just don't think that move was ever on there from the Haas car here, and the Haas may sniff an overtake down into turn 1. We'll follow them around this tight and fiddly final sector. Of course, will be reprofiled and moved back to its 2006 spec for the next season, which will be a great thing indeed, because we'll see much higher speeds at the circuit and much greater chances of overtakes into turn 1. But Dennis Kay at turn 1 will look for an overtake, looks to the inside, and Fletcher Watson won't defend that one too much, just lets him go by, knowing that it could cost him more time than he perhaps wants if he battles too hard. That Matt Guest has done enough here, and Arno Hermans does just about get back into the lead as AlphaTauri very sketchily rejoins the circuit. Again, thank heavens ghosting was on. Oh, and Matt Guest has a moment on those hard tyres, and he's going to have to wait for cars to pass. Oh, and he's beached it. He's beached it, waiting for cars to come past. He's reset to track, but he beached it too. He was coming out in second position, and that will give Bonji an opportunity to get into second position. I think Bonji and Mivan are just going to run really, really long and hope for a safety car. I think that's what they're going to do. At least one of them will do that. We have 15 laps of racing left, but the gap is absolutely massive. Once you take out the two cars battling into turn 1, the Ferrari and the Red Bull, a little bit of contact before turn 1, and Marcus Feld is in second position, but yet to pit. So is Adam A, also in third position, yet to pit. Bonji has just come out of the pits, and gap to leader is roughly 7.5 seconds. Givadar is actually putting a little bit of pressure on Alfie White here. Givadar, who started on those hard tyres, in third position. Oh, every time I look at Alfie, he's making a mistake. Oh, maybe I'm a bad luck charm, but we've seen cars. Oh, just get over the crest there. We've seen cars roll back onto the racing line and get beached today. But every time I watch Alfie White, he makes a mistake. I'm sure he'll be absolutely furious if he watches this back. Marcus Feld has got past Fletcher Watson into turn 1. So Marcus Feld has got past Fletcher Watson, but that's maybe took just a little longer than they'd hoped. Probably the best they can aim for here is possibly 5th or 4th position. But Mivan will be under a lot of pressure here, and I think next time round it will be difficult. Actually, Mivan lets Marcus by, so Marcus can go and hit his teammate. I don't think Haas and Red Bull do have any affiliations, but Mivan deciding it's just not worth battling you because my race isn't with you. I've got this 3-second penalty. I won't be holding Marcus Feld behind, so might as well hope that Marcus doesn't go for an unorthodox move, get out the way and keep that 3-second gap to Fletcher Watson. And Arno takes the pre-season race at Catalunya with a plum. Well done to Arno. Bonji, quiet race from him, but absolutely worthy of that second position. Kept it calm and controlled. So did Kevin Yerling in third position in that Scarlet Ferrari. Comes around the final corner, and that's good work from the Ferrari car in pre-season. That will give them a lot. And Marcus Feld gives that place back to Matt Guest at the end there.